Welcome to the study session where we are breaking down the BCBA 6th edition test content outline. Today we are diving into Task B.9, Simple Schedules of Reinforcement, FR, VR, FI, 6.
This is Domain B, Concepts and Principles, 24 questions, 14% of the exam. Schedules alone can make or break your score. If you do not master this, you are leaving real points on the table.
Let's start simple. FR is fixed ratio, reinforcement after a set number of responses. VR is variable ratio, after an average number, but it varies. FI is fixed interval, reinforcement after a set time. 6 is variable interval, after an average time, but it varies.
Here is my mnemonic: FR is fast and rests. VR is variable and relentless. FI is a final burst. 6 is variable and idle. Memorize that and the response patterns click into place.
Let's do an analogy. FR is like a punch card: buy 10 coffees, get 1 free. You rush to fill the card, then take a pause. That post-reinforcement pause is the signature of FR. Look for it on every cumulative record question.
VR is the slot machine. You never know when it pays out: 5 pulls, 20 pulls, so you never stop. VR produces the highest, steadiest response rate of all 4 schedules. No pause, no scallop, just relentless responding.
FI is getting paid every Friday. Monday you are slow. Thursday night you are working hard. That acceleration toward the end of the interval is the scallop effect, and the exam will show you a cumulative graph and ask you to name it.
And 6 is checking your email when you are waiting on something important. You check every few minutes because you do not know exactly when it arrives. Low, steady rate. No bursting, no pausing. Classic 6 pattern.
Here is where the exam will try to trip you up. They show you a come record and ask you to identify the schedule. FR has that clear step pattern: high rate, flat line, high rate, flat line. VR is a smooth steep slope with no breaks.
FI has the scallop, flat at the start of each interval, then a curve that gets steeper. 6 is a straight shallow line, constant all the way through. If you can draw these 4 from memory, you will nail every graph question.
Now let's talk resistance to extinction. Which schedule is most resistant? VR. Because the unpredictability keeps behavior going even when reinforcement stops. The order is VR, 6, FR, FI, variable beats fixed every time.
Let's tie this into verbal behavior. When teaching a child to request things, you start with FR1. Every mand gets reinforced immediately. Then you thin gradually to FR3, FR5. That is schedule thinning under task list item G.16.
But here is the clinical mistake people make. They thin too fast. Jump from FR1 to VR10 overnight and the behavior may extinguish before it stabilizes. Always build the behavior strong first, then add variability.
And ethics matters here. If a lean VR schedule is causing frustration or aggression, BACB Code 2.15 says you must minimize risk. Enrich the schedule, make reinforcement more frequent, before you thin again.
This connects to functional behavior assessment too. If problem behavior increases on a lean schedule, you need a functional analysis to understand why. Is it the schedule? A motivating operation? You have to assess before you assume.
Here is a nuance the exam loves. Fixed time and variable time schedules deliver reinforcement regardless of behavior, that is non-contingent reinforcement. FI and 6 still require a response after the interval. Do not mix those up.
Also watch for anticipatory responding on FI. If a client has a long history with FI, they may start responding earlier and earlier in the interval. On a cumulative graph it can look like VR if you are not careful. Always look at the pattern across multiple intervals.
Token economies often run on VR for backup reinforcer delivery. That keeps behavior rates high and consistent. But for new skills you are just establishing, stick with FR1 first. Always match the schedule to the phase of learning.
Let's wrap with the clinical picture. A student on FR5 for math works fast, pauses after every 5. VR5 works steadily, no pause. FI 5-minute dawdles, then rushes at the end. 6-5 minute, paces steadily all session long.
The behavioral signature is your key on the exam. Know what the behavior looks like and you can work backward to the schedule. Description, prediction, and reinforcement contingencies, it all connects back to the science of behavior change.
Remember, schedules are the backbone of every treatment plan you write. You need to specify them in measurable terms, not give praise sometimes. You say VR 5 or 6-2 minute. That precision is what separates ABA from general teaching.
And when you are doing a reversal design and you change the schedule, you are manipulating the independent variable. That connects B.9 directly to Domain D experimental design. The exam loves those crossover questions, so know how schedules fit into the bigger picture.
One final point, extinction. FR and FI extinguish faster than VR and 6. With FR you often see an extinction burst first, then a rapid drop. With VR, responding drags out much longer. That difference matters when you are planning how to fade reinforcement safely.
If you can picture the cumulative record for each schedule, identify the post-reinforcement pause, recognize the scallop, and rank resistance to extinction, you are ready for every schedule question they throw at you on exam day.
For more practice questions, visit www.bcbamockexam.com.
See ya.
Bye.